You have reached the On the Phone podcast. I'm Elise.
And I'm Daria, and
this is episode 5. Wow, we can almost move to a second hand. Und zwei, cinq. That was me counting my fingers.
In French, which she never took, and I took a dreadful 4 years of. Parents
Personal
paid
problems.
so much money for private tutoring just for me to get a C in the class. Anyways, this is episode 3 of Podmas, guys.
Yeah.
Being consistent.
We're trying our best, and that's what counts. So we've been very much enjoying this newfound free time that comes with winter break.
I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think starting tomorrow, my free time will be taken up because that's when everyone starts flying in, actually.
Okay, well, technically, it's still your free time because you're just hanging out with friends.
What do you mean?
Like, you hanging out with people is a choice. It's how you choose to spend your free time.
Listen, I know, but I just, like, put a lot on my plate and, like, think I can, like, make
exactly, but it's
happy.
your free time that you're deciding to use. So it's technically free time.
I mean, I guess. I really am trying to make this, like, 12 days of Podmas, like, work because, like, I'll be texting Elise whenever I'm in the area. I'm like, Elise, I'm in the area. Let's film. We try to film in person, in the car.
I was not responding today.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's okay. I had a really good gym workout. I was like, if you're not gonna respond, I'm just gonna go home. Just post episode 2 of Podmas and delay.
Yeah.
Glad we're here. Glad we're doing this. Very committed. I mean, it gives me time to hang out with you, which I appreciate.
I think everyone appreciates time with me.
Bitch. No, because, like, literally, like, all the other times I was here, which was, like, only 2 other times, like, I only got to spend, like, less than 2 hours with you. And then I was like, nice. And it's kind of sad, you know, because going from 2 hours to, like, almost 7 days a week. Why are you giving me that face?
No, I'm kind of confused what you're saying. I think I lost track of you in the middle of the sentence. I'm just saying,
like, we're actually hanging out, like, a lot this break compared to, like, the other times I've been here for break. I would not see you at all. Yes. So it's like I'm making up for it.
Okay, that made a lot more sense to me for some reason. I don't know why I was not following the first proclamation.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate spending time with you as well. Obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a compliment. Someone said that they really do enjoy, like, hearing us talk because we have some sort of, like, unique dynamic and it feels, like, natural and they can relate to it. So did appreciate that. It did make me
That's actually
happy.
nice.
I know.
Thanks.
And I feel more confident, like, promoting our podcast to people, like, for the 12 days of Podmas version, because
I do always feel a little cornball when I promote it sometimes.
Yeah, but I think, like, this is good work. I think we've definitely matured, and I think...
Now, please just disregard our first 2 episodes. I say On the Phone begins with Podmas.
I agree. It's great marketing strategy. Really excited for the posts I have for the Instagram lined up.
Yeah.
But please, disregard those times. Like, oh my god, I don't know what I was on. But
it was a choice that we made. Sorry, I'm banging around in here.
I know. And I'm getting, like, toasty. But love the friends that always supported us from the beginning.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all. And speaking of friends, see what I did there? This time we have an outline. And we actually know what we're kind of saying. Not that we, like, plan out a script.
Okay, but you've just made the transition not seamless by acknowledging the transition.
Okay. Sorry. I'll stop doing that.
Speaking of friends, as you were saying.
Yeah, where's your stance with, like... I mean, I think Elise has a much stronger stance with her homies. I feel like you've had more of a established group. Not that saying, like, I haven't, but...
Okay, I think... Well, what we had outlined in our prompt, since we're already telling you guys that we have an outline, is we were kind of hoping to just catch up on how we're feeling with friends from the past and how we've been able to keep up with them as, like, we all go our separate ways and, like, enjoy, like, this new journey and this new path in life. So deep sounding for we're going to college. But yeah, I had, like, a very, very strong friend group throughout all of high school, and, like, certain people would come in and out, this, that, the other. We'd all have, like, a little our little side piece, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But there was like a core group of us, and we've all, like, me personally with everybody, I feel like I've kept in good touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
good.
I've done a okay job at, like, reaching out first and, like, checking in, but I feel like social media, like, or with social media, it's super easy to feel like you're still caught up with people.
Definitely.
And also, I stayed local for school, and some of us, or I'm not the only one who stayed local. Anyways, so I was able to see some of those girls and things like that. Yeah, like, and I've always had love for them. It was not one of those things where I felt like, like, I can't wait to go to college and make new friends. Like, high school friends are temporary. Like, I just need to get through. Like, that was never me. It's definitely some people. And there's no shame in that. Like,
yeah.
But for me, I was just really fortunate. I kept those connections. Things are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, going home, I looked forward to seeing everybody, not just certain people. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I think I've always been a simp for being home. Like, I, like, literally... will have a smile on my face even running into acquaintances, like, despite, like, what high school may have, like, brought for us and for those people. It just feels really nice. Like, I truly do think, like, high school was, like, a really great time in my life. There were some ups and downs, but, like, yeah, social media really does help, like, keeping in touch with people, and again, especially with just, like, those random faces, you know, like, let's say they'll post something and they're like, oh, like, I did this milestone. Like, it's nice to, like, swipe up and give a little comment and be like, oh, like, you know, good for you. And it's just, like, nice to, like, have a community that kind of goes off of what you're not really.
No,
I mean, you're
for
saying,
sure.
Like,
and I think with people like us who especially update our social media,
yeah,
like, people feel connected with us and comfortable with us to a certain extent, where it's like, we want to know what's going on with them, but they already know everything that's going on with us. So it's already, like, a comfortable kind of feeling, I think.
Yeah. Are you saying, like, you're pretty well in touch with your group because you guys, like, have, like, a group chat and stuff? And
yeah, we do have a group chat.
I think that helps a lot. Yeah, I don't really, like, have that anymore. I think, like, my dynamic with friend groups is, like, a really different than Elise. I think I've always been one that likes to, like, I'm not, like, hopping friend groups and leaving. I just have, like, multiple, and I kind of, like keeping my circle bigger, but not, like, fake in a sense. Like, I definitely like having a lot of meaningful connections with a lot of different people, so that sometimes doesn't, like, clash to be one group. So when I do come to break, it is a little bit more challenging because it's, like, I'm making different plans with different people, and I can't, like, always combine that. And with that, in high school, it was more like, oh my god, like, texting everyone little things, and people were, like, you know, like, had more time to just, like, be more interactive with my stories and stuff. And now, like, I've definitely slimmed it down to, like, certain people, and it's, like, kind of shocking, like, who are some people that I'm, like, now really close to that I didn't think I would be. So I definitely did slim it down to, like, 10 consistent people I've been, like, snapping and talking to and, like, giving that deeper level of my life, like, of information to.
The fact that you have to, like, keep track and slim it down is quite impressive in the first place. I'm just sitting here in awe.
I know.
No, yeah, but you do, like, like, everyone's like, oh, like, you have so many friends, like, where do you find the time? But you truly do, like, make a lot of meaningful connections. I'm just lucky in the fact that my meaningful connections all have good connections with each other.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, more convenient, and we all like to do stuff together. It's not like my time is split amongst a bunch of different social groups and, like, different things like that. That's just the case for you. But yeah, like you said, like, your connections are definitely not surface level by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah. And the reason you are so busy and stressed about it is because you make the conscious effort. Which everyone appreciates, and that's why you're a good friend, and that's why people want to keep the friendship, blah, 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 which makes it stressful for you.
No, yeah. And sometimes I do get into, like, meaningless conflicts with some people, because sometimes I feel like I'm putting in more than they're receiving and stuff, and there's been all these ups and downs, but overall I'm very appreciative of everyone that, you know, supports and cares for me, and, like, I also obviously, like, reciprocate that too. So I'm, like, very happy to, like, finally see those people, like, back in person when they're coming home, because it's, like, funny, a lot of us are just, like, out of state, so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be really nice, because, like, oh my god, we, like, talked these past 5 months, but now I can actually spend, like,
see you face to face
time with you,
breathe the same air,
but
touch feet under the table.
Ugh. I would definitely be doing that, and they'd be like, Daria, I don't feel the same, and then there's this whole cycle. This has literally been my life. It's really been that life. Like, I literally will pick up on the smallest cues and be like, oh, wow, you feel for me? And then, like, I am not one to shy to pursue something, and then it's a fail. Elise, why are you embarrassed for me?
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just sitting comfortably and listening, bruh.
Okay, you just had your head in your knees. And
I'm
like,
sitting.
Okay.
But yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I am a sip. And my sister, I was hanging out with her. I did come back from San Francisco. If you listen to Podmas number 2, I said I was going, and now I'm back. Look at me on the run.
Always.
Yeah, and she was like, Daria, you kind of like, whenever someone's nice to you, especially a man, you just sometimes take it the wrong way.
Okay, listen, I'm the same way, but I'm far too insecure to ever pursue it, so I just let it sit, and then no one ever knows I'm like that.
Yeah. I could agree to an extent. Like, I do get insecure while in the process, but I just pursue it just to be like, I don't want to regret. I don't want to regret anything. Let me just see it.
See, for me, the regret would be the detriment to my ego.
Well, I think
I'm a fragile individual.
I think you should take everything as an experience, like...
Do I want those negative experiences? No. Do I want a perfect track record? Yes. So I'll just wait for people to come to me.
For you right now.
Listen, but there was mutual interest at one point, and technically I'm the one who stopped it because I'm a detective.
Exactly.
I'm not getting into this for every single episode. Maybe I'll divulge is divulge the correct word? Maybe I'll go Maybe I'll go into it in another episode in depth, but I'm not going to keep vaguely referring to this situation that pisses me off every single second of every single day.
No, I keep mentioning how I really just want an episode
we will, so let's not get into it too much because I'm gonna get mad. I'm literally twitching right now.
Okay, well, back to what we were saying about coming home and break and friends and stuff. There are some cons with coming back. I feel like personally,
when it comes to friendships, coming home,
it's all nice and nostalgic vibes, and I'm very thankful, and obviously, through time, I do have to put my guard up, because there are some people who were you know what? We're having a merry old time in high school, just trying to get past, being, just civil acquaintances. And then you just realize, maybe I don't need to, put out that extra hand to really go see them, because, what good do they do for... I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just,
yeah.
I think now I'm very much more cautious of not, pleasing everyone, but pleasing those that, will bring something to my life, and I can bring something to theirs, and it's a positive experience. I think there's many times where now that I've been home, I'm and I see certain people, I'm yeah, you did not really do me best back in the day. And then there's some people still with them, so of course I still have to see them, so I definitely do get some mixed feelings being home with certain situations like that, but nothing that takes up too much of my time. I don't know.
That's the thing, in a similar vein, but almost, opposite, I also want something that's, a positive, but I also understand that sometimes that just comes from, a very superficial, casual friendship. Sometimes having a friend where everything is not so deep and crazy, and they know everything about your life, is kind of peaceful.
Yeah.
You just have someone to chat to about normal stuff, and just have lighthearted conversations, and you can go home and you don't owe them anything, and they don't owe you anything. You already had your positive experience.
Oh, of course.
Done.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned being away. I've learned there's people who you want to keep around for the long haul, people who you want to be in your wedding, people who you want this, people who you want that. And then there's people you like to say hi to and grab coffee with every once in a while. And it's okay to have both. That's what I've learned. And that's what works for me.
I agree. No, I'm with you 100%. I think you explained that really well. I think I was coming from, the sense of, there's just, some friendships that are just, were negative, and I was just...
some people are shit.
Yeah, and I was just,
That's not what I'm saying, yeah.
No, and I was just keeping them around just for the sake of, the environments I was in. So, I knew I was going to be at a function, and they were going to be there, and I just had to,
wanted to be in good graces, exactly.
Yeah. And stuff.
That shit is so annoying. That's what I'm glad about with high school, being over, I guess.
now you get to pick and
exactly
choose, like, where you're getting yourself to. And I think, like, when I'm back home, the FOMO isn't there, as we were talking about in, like, Podmas episode 1 with college, because it's like we have the balance of family and friends, you know?
Yeah.
Where back home, you're just like myself.
Exactly, yeah.
Quote unquote friends. But how is being home for you? The balance?
I really like it. It is hard because I had like a quiz to do and stuff, and I was in like my school vibe, and then my family was just being really loud and annoying and like asking me to do stuff, and I was like, when I do school, now I'm on my own routine, and like in a similar vein, like I get to choose who I want to be around when I'm doing this stuff. I get to choose where I want to sit. I get to like choose my environment, like the vibe I'm on for that day. And you're on your family's vibe when you're home, because you're all right up in each other's business. So that's been a little bit tricky, like when I was just trying to get that kind of stuff done. But in terms of like, you know, having dinner with my family and having a backyard and things like that, I appreciate that about being home, and just the ability to 110% be myself.
Yeah, I know.
And also Pete with the door open.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice too.
Oh, very close, yeah. Actually, no, I did definitely do it this morning. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I agree. I did this time around feel a little bit more closed off coming home, because I got a septum piercing. And I have some tattoos that I need to be very cautious about what I wear at home. So I did get into some conflict with my mother because I forgot to flip up my septum, and she saw it and was, does this car need to come in here?
Ew, bye. I don't know who that is. Anyways, yeah, I was there when the septum thing went down.
And was really disappointed in me, and like now, like my financial situation on my debit card is not looking too good. So I have been like scared of like hanging out with my mom, but I know she's just looking out for me and just mad that I apparently am going through some phase, which I'm not. I'm just expressing.
It's not a phase.
No, literally, no, but. It's been nice despite starting off break with so many arguments. It's like nice because when I'm hanging out with my dad, we just watch movies and we're just like staying the night in San Francisco and stuff. And then with my mom, it's like I spend like time with her throughout the day and stuff. But I definitely like do feel bad because I think I definitely grew up like a little differently with like how family time is like split up. So, like, I try to keep days where I'm just, like, chilling at home and just, like, doing the work I need to do at home. But then, I don't know, like, when I spend too much time at home, I, like, get really sad and bored, and then I hang out, and then when I'm hanging out, I'm like, oh, am I out for too long? Like, now I feel bad. Like, now I should go back home.
I think everyone experiences that right now.
So, like...
Sure. Especially after... Sorry to interrupt you. Especially after quarantine. Being home for so long. And, like, I feel like a lot of people built, like, a stronger or more like, I don't know, just some deeper level of connection with their family. And so I definitely feel weird when I'm gone for too long.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like, I'm like consciously thinking about like, yes, I'm here for also to see my family too. But then like it definitely is a little crazy like when my commute is so long, because I like we all hang out in like a certain area, and that's like almost 30 minutes away from my place. So looking how the rest of this week is gonna go, because I am trying to consciously like hang out more with my mom before I go and travel, which I don't know how we're gonna film the rest of our Podmasses.
We're gonna have to do it old school, actually on the phone. But it'll make it more on brand, more authentic.
Yeah. So that was a ramble. I'm sorry. That was just me going on.
But that's what this is. Damn, it's a casual conversation, a view into our lives. Casual. Of course. Yeah. No, but the one thing also about being at home is like I have been a little bit lazy, like in terms of like what I do every day when I'm at school, like spend a lot of time on my phone or whatever, and like oh my god, and my dad, can you stop texting over in the middle of the fucking building?
I just thought this was funny.
I'm literally telling...
Okay, yeah, sorry.
I'm segueing into a new topic.
Okay.
And you're really distracting me right now.
I'm just like... Okay, go.
I was just saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, that I've been very lazy, like, in my own routine, and I carve out a lot of time to be on my phone. Does your family judge you for watching as much TikTok as you do? Because mine really does.
I don't think they realize it. Like, sometimes I send, like, funny TikToks to my parents, you know?
I send them to you.
But I don't think they've, like, witnessed me do it. They just think I'm on my phone. And they think, like, the reason for, like, my septum is, like, because I want attention and, like, want to post about it. So I think they just all think, like, just social media in a sense is toxic. But I think TikTok brings a lot of pros.
Yeah. Well, first of all, me and my little sister always speak in as TikTok references.
Kind of bad, though.
It's definitely bad. It definitely limits my English language abilities. But it's so funny. Like, it does make my day to, like, just joke around with her and be able to send videos and just laugh our face off.
No, yeah, like, it's kind of bad. Like, I know you're not supposed to be on your phone before you fall asleep, but I have to just, like, scroll through some TikToks because it's, like, it's entertainment. It's, like, mindless entertainment. I'm also inspired. Like, if someone is posting, like, a cool collage, I'm like, oh, like, for this trip, I want to film the same thing. I want to, like, be... like, pay more attention to what I'm doing so I can, like, capture the moment as well. And, like, oh, this trend, like, this dance will make me, like, work out. Or, like, this outfit is cool. Like, there's so much it brings.
And I don't know about you, but the amount of songs I've discovered from TikTok is insane. And not even just, like, those corny TikTok bullshit songs, but, like, dope-ass music. Like, I don't know. It's just it's been quite lovely. Like, my Discover Weekly as well on Spotify. I don't know if you've explored that yet as a new Spotify user.
I am a new
as a loyal Spotify user, if you're also a Spotify user out there, you'll know about Discover Weekly. And it, like, compiles a playlist of songs they think you'll like. Yeah. And there's been so many songs on there where I'm like, this is good. And then it gets to the chorus and I recognize it from TikTok. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, the creative space it gives artists and... the music period, just so good.
Yeah, like, there was, like, this dance trend that I think was, like, only on my For You page. Like, it wasn't, like, that super popular of a dance. And I realized it was, like, an old Pharrell song. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is so vibey. And so, like, before I pulled up to your house, I was listening to it. And I was just like, this is nice. But, really proud that I feel like I've always been a Doja Cat stan, but, like, progressing into quarantine, I think that's when she, like, blew up, and I'm, like, very proud for, like, musicians like that, like, getting their music and having their attention, and, like, sometimes it can be repetitive, but, like, I also really do, like, look from, like, an outside perspective, like, oh, I'm so, like, proud that, like, maybe this, like, low-key artist is getting the attention they deserve, and, like, all through the help of TikTok.
Most definitely.
Definitely appreciate that. You have interesting music tastes.
I have a self-proclaimed horrible music taste, and I refuse to be on aux. Just because it's not, like, well, personally, I mean, I obviously love it. I listen to it every day, but the faces people make when I put it on, or the original commentary that people make when they first hear what I listen to, they're like, oh, good for you. You know, like, very,
Yeah.
I'm very into pop punk, early 2000s scene, some metal influence, punk vibes, but I also have, like, K-pop, in that, like, K-pop, like, energetic kind of leans into the scene music as well sometimes. I have, like, some shitty Midwest emo, like, shit nobody likes, like, really nobody likes except me, so, yeah. And TikTok has definitely enabled that, because when you think, like, you have a unique interest or a unique thought, there's a whole community on TikTok based around that thing. So, like, I love Pierce the Veil, for example. Like, I get so many TikToks about them, and, like, people will be like, oh, this is my favorite song, and then I go listen to it, I'm like, oh shit, why don't I listen to this more? Like, it's definitely, like, oh, and I mean, fucking hella BTS edits, okay? I'm an ARMY. Massive ARMY. And those edits and just, like, cute videos don't help my obsession any. Yeah, TikTok definitely enables my shitty music taste.
I'm proud of you for that. I'm glad that you have found your community for your music taste.
See, I'm happy for you. Good for you.
No, I was just letting you have your moment because I literally feel like I don't want to diagnose myself, but I definitely do get like I have no attention span. I like.
Yeah, I can tell because you've been touching your phone every 2 seconds while we're recording. It's really distracting. As evidenced by the drop you probably just heard.
Stop! Okay, but when the BTS concerts were happening in LA, my entire For You page was about them. Because I was interacting with those videos and I was, like, also, like, falling for them. And so, like, every other video was that.
They are so attractive. Please.
No, it was lovely. But it is also scary, like, how much, like, the analytics and, like, the data pulls from you and being like, oh, you want this? Okay.
No, for real. Like, bro. I bet you, like, they probably have my social security number.
Which I
wouldn't mind.
Memorized.
I don't have mine memorized.
Oh.
I have it hidden in a secret place for my reference.
The way, like, I think mine was once in my notes. Is that where yours is?
I cannot confirm or deny any information about my social security number.
Oh, wait, facts. My bad. No, I think I've just been blessed to have, like, very synchronous numbers my entire life. Like, the end of my phone number is 5544.
Mine's 4321.
Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Didn't it used to be 666?
Yeah, I used to have 666 in my phone number. That was really dope.
Yeah, I got switched over to my uncle because he's now 666.
Oh, I'm jealous. I miss it a lot.
It's a little scary when I didn't have your contact saved. Not that we beefed and I'd have to delete it, but...
Wait, you didn't have my contact saved?
No, I think sometimes, like, when your phone is not used to, like, some car speaker or something and it won't, like, your name
Oh,
pop up.
yeah.
I'd be like, 666, the devil Elise. Yeah.
Pretty accurate, pretty on brand.
I miss not having my ass pic on here.
I don't think anyone else misses it. I personally don't think anyone else misses it. For reference, or to those who are new who have never been in Daria's car, which is named Ronnie, by the way, would you like to explain?
Short for Veronica, because I've always wanted that to be my middle name.
Would you like to explain what you're talking about?
Yeah, so I found out that you can print prints out at Walgreens last summer, the summer, like, of quarantine, going into our interesting senior year. So I was just printing out a bunch of pictures, you know, to send out to family and friends, feeling frisky, like, just having a new little funnel hobby. And then I made a collage of me making, like, the same pose, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna put these 4 pictures together. And of course, the pose was, like, me poking out my ass, and one was just, like, in my swimsuit, and I made that one, you know, very large. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this collage? I put it under, what do you call this, like,
this, like, sun shield thingy?
Yeah, in the mirror.
And, like, get clipped into the mirror, like, cover thing.
Yeah, and, you know, California is just a sunny place. So anytime someone had to, like, bring out the shield, like, bring down the shield, it was just, like, my ass in their face. And I'd always, like,
and
take
I
a
can't
picture
recall
at the
one
moment.
person who appreciated it.
I think it's funny. Especially if there was, like, a guy I liked in my car. I'd be like, oh my god, no, don't pull down the shield. Don't do it. And then they would.
Again, wish I had that confidence.
It'll get there, Elise. Let's everyone hype up Elise! Woo! Sexy natural blonde. I lost over half of my hair because of dyeing it. Can you believe it used to be, like, down here? It's gone. At least it's gone.
It's still really long, though. I want to chop all my hair off. I really want, like, a wolf cut or a mullet. Or I just want fucking the hair off my head.
I want you to have a mullet.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'd look like a little lesbian Morgan Wallen, but, like, a liberal one. And I think it would be so funky. But
agreed.
I think my parents would kill me.
Maybe your dad would be in support.
I also want to be a ginger, but I don't want to dye my hair, like, for real.
You can do, like, the temporary orange dye. Right?
Yeah, they have,
It'll
like, actual
wash out
ginger,
fast,
but...
though.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
I know
comment down below if I should get a fucking mullet. Like, a fucking little... what the fuck? Cracker. Let's just go with fucking cracker.
Oh my god. That
Should
was
Elise
so
get a
aggressive.
cracker mullet? Yes or no? Comment down below.
Commitment if you do so. But I know we have to wrap this up, even though we wanted this episode to literally be shorter.
I know, it's longer
the
than
others.
last time, I think.
But I just want to share one thing about my favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
Don Toliver.
Oh, God.
Point blank, period. That's all I have to say. Literally obsessed with this man. Yeah. Literally all I would listen to got me through so much shit from 2019 to 2021 going into 2022. only Don Toliver. Only Don Toliver.
Oh, I know.
I'm just obsessed.
Maybe next episode we can talk about some concert experiences, since I know that in connection to Don Toliver is very powerful for you.
Definitely. I just had to get that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your one suggestion to our audience is listen to Don Toliver.
Yeah.
Mine is Pierce the Veil. Listen to Pierce the Veil, no skip discography.
Yeah, it's
Stunning, gorgeous, insane.
Two very different music genres.
Yeah. So there's something for everybody. You're welcome. We live to serve.
Yeah, but I think that's it.
Dope.
Yeah,
Sexy.
I think we've
Yeah.
shared enough. Excited for what tomorrow brings us. I think I will have a story to share because I will be visiting school or high school.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as Podmas is new to you, it's new to us when we record it. So we look forward to finding out what next episode brings just as much as you are, as I'm sure you are. Mm-hmm. I can't assume anything crazy.
And, comment suggestions, please.
Yeah. Again, if you make it this far.
Yeah.
Okay. Peace and blessings. Happy holidays.
Thank you, merci.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you say thank you in Farsi also.
Okay. I was trying to think of another language, but...
I know Chinese. I have
a
Chinese tutor. Xie.
Oh, I knew that. The fuck? Anyways, okay.
Adios.
Bye.